everyone, this is Herrick with another episode of Action Figure This Out, and today we will be taking a look at the Black Adam movie wave of figures, Dr. Fate. Now, I found this guy off CMDstore.com with a Black Friday weekend discount. I bought off CMD Store quite a bit over the past couple of years, as well as bought from them when they had their stand over at Fan Expo. They've been really legit, so I suggest checking them out. Now, before we get started, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. On the front, you're going to see the Black Adam movie logo. As well, it says Dr. Fate, and you're going to see the figure in the window. On the side, you're going to see where this figure comes from. It says Dr. Fate from Black Adam. On the back, you're going to see an artist rendition of Dr. Fate. And on the side, you're going to see it simply says Dr. Fate. On the bottom, you're going to see the barcode, so for anyone who else needs it, here it is. Perfect. So, let's action figure this out and take a look at this figure out of the packaging. Upon wearing the ancient alien golden helmet of fate, Ken Nelson transforms from a kindly academic into a mystical sorcerer. One of the founding members of the Justice Society, Dr. Fate is able to forego all emotion to envision future outcomes, conjure terrifying illusions, and bewitch his opponents with power that outmatches even the power of the gods. Once donning the helmet, Ken Nelson is possessed by the Egyptian god Nabu and is given powers that can rival the gods. So right off the bat, I'd like to say that this figure is amazing. It is extremely detailed and looks like it's been ripped straight from the movie. Now, this figure stands at roughly around 7¼ inches, which equates to around 19 centimeters. Now, I really like this design for Dr. Fate. The only other Dr. Fate in figure form we have is the Injustice 2 Dr. Fate, but we're going to be getting another version of that one in a few months. That one would be exactly like the older Injustice 2 Dr. Fate, but only with minor differences. Now, this design for Dr. Fate, you can see that he does not have any eyes. This is the same as in the movie. In the Black Adam movie, Dr. Fate is one of the best characters, and I'm glad to see that we got a chance to see a live-action Dr. Fate on the big screen. Played by Pierce Brosnan of all people, which is a perfect match, he did an amazing job, and I wouldn't have anyone else play him. He played him perfectly. So I've been waiting for a while to see Dr. Fate actually in a movie, so I'm glad to see him in live action. Now, as you can see, this figure doesn't come with any accessories aside from his flight stand and card. He's extremely well detailed and screen accurate. I like how when you take a closer look at the suit, you can see that he has designs etched into his suit. If you take a real close look at the designs they put on his suit and cape, you can see that there are onks in his suit, along with hieroglyphics all over him. I am impressed at the sculpting work that McFarlane has done. His shoulder pads are soft rubber material that doesn't hinder his arm movements, so you can get full motion from his arms while still looking good. As I said before, he has no eyes on his helmet, but it doesn't look bad in any way. It works for this design. Now, let's take a closer look at the articulation of this figure. So, off the bat, you can see that he has a ball joint in his neck, a dumbbell joint, giving him full motion up and down, up and down. He can look side to side, no problem. As well, he has quite a bit of tilt. He can almost turn his head horizontally. So, that's really great. Now, as I said before, the shoulder pads are soft rubber material, as you can see. So, you can get his arm well over 90 degrees. You can get his arm all the way up. And as you see, the rubber shoulder pad bends with him. And you can get his arm going all the way back. He also has that butterfly joint in between his shoulder and chest, giving you extra amount of movement. He has a bicep cut, giving you full 360 motion, going this way, double jointed elbows, which goes all the way up. As well, he has sculpted ball joints in his wrist. So this is a little improvement from the past Dr. Fate that we got by McFarlane. So it goes, you can go up and down, and when you turn it, you can get side to side. He has a diaphragm cut that gives you full rotation around this way. He can go forward a little bit. He can go back quite a bit. And side to side, he gets this much. He has a cut at his waist, giving you full 360 motion going side to side as well, helping him lean forward, lean back, and lean side to side. So he's a pretty articulate figure. For his hips, he has the McFarlane ratchet joints, as you can see, which give him full splits. So that's no problem. As you can see, they're ratcheted. He can kick forward all the way. As well, he can kick back this much, around 45 degrees. For rotation, he only has a little bit of rotation, but this is better than you'd get with other figures. He has double jointed knees, which allow him to almost kick his own ass. Goes all the way up. And he has another sculpted ball joint in his ankle, allowing you to kick forward all the way and back all the way. As well, he has articulation in his toe, which goes all the way up. So, now that we've taken a closer look at this figure, let's take a look at how he compares with other figures. So, first we're going to take a look at how the Black Adam movie Dr. Fate compares to the Injustice 2 Dr. Fate and Etrigan the Demon. So next we're going to take a look and see how Dr. Fate compares with the Black Adam movie Black Adam and Hawkman. Next we're going to take a look and see how Dr. Fate compares with the Page Puncher's John Constantine and the Page Puncher's Black Adam. Alright, so next we're going to take a look and see how Dr. Fate compares with the Page Puncher's Superman and the Black Lantern Blackest Night Superman. Alright, so next we're going to see how Dr. Fate compares to the Black Lantern Blackest Night Batman and the Future State Batman. Next we're going to see how Dr. Fate compares with the John Walker Captain America and the Avengers Endgame Captain America. Alright, so next we're going to see how Dr. Fate compares with a couple other movie DC characters. This is the Robert Pattinson Batman and the Ben Affleck Batman. Alright, so now we have Dr. Fate standing next to a few Marvel Legends. We have the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, and we have the Mark 70 Iron Man. Alright, so now we have Dr. Fate standing next to the Commando Spawn and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. Alright, so now we have Dr. Fate standing next to the Detective Comics 1000 Batman and the DC Rebirth Shazam. Alright, now we have Dr. Fate standing next to a few other McFarlane figures. We have the McFarlane All for One and All Might from My Hero Academia. Alright, so next we have Dr. Fate standing next to Booster Gold and Blue Beetle from the Booster Gold and Blue Beetle 2-pack. Alright, so now we have Dr. Fate standing next to a few Green Lanterns. We have the Parallax Hal Jordan and the Blackest Night Kyle Rayner. Alright, so now we have Dr. Fate standing next to a few Star Wars Black Series figures. We have the Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, and the Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Wanderer, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alright, so now we have Dr. Fate standing next to the Mafex, the Dark Knight, Batman, Christian Bale, and the previous exclusive Mezco, Hellboy. Alright, and now we have Dr. Fate standing next to the Collect and Connect, McFarlane, Atrocitus, and the Build-A-Figure, Ursa Major. So I think that should be about it for today. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Action Figure This Out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, as well as hit that notification bell to be notified of future reviews that I'll be coming out with. Again, this is Herrick with Action Figure This Out, signing off.